Amit Shah is in Jammu and Kashmir for a 3-day visit. Amit Shah today chaired a security review meeting at the Raj Bhavan in Srinagar. Security and intelligence officials, including Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, DG BSF, DG CRPF, DG NSG and the DG of Jammu and Kashmir Police were also present during the meeting. Upon arrival in Srinagar, Amit Shah visited the house of slain Jammu and Kashmir Police Inspector Parvez Ahmed Dar to meet his family. Shah told the family of the Braveheart that the nation is with them and the country would remember the supreme sacrifice made by Dar. Shah also promised a government job to Dar's wife. Parvez Ahmed Dar was killed by terrorists in June. The Home Minister's 3-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir will be his first since the abrogation of Article 370. This a week after 11 civilians and 9 Jawans were killed by terrorists in Kashmir. He will also meet with the families of slain Jawans and civilians. Srinagar has been turned into a fortress. The city has been divided into drone grids which will be under aerial surveillance. NIA, CRPF and BSF officials have already been camping in Srinagar for a week. Let's take you through some of the challenges that he faces in terms of this visit to Jammu and Kashmir. Targeted killings of civilians by terrorists, recent spurt of attacks, targeted killings of non-locals and minorities. There have been recent incidents, 11 civilians have been killed. Restoring confidence among locals and minorities. There's an atmosphere of fear. That is a challenge. Overall internal security situation, he will be holding a security review meet as well. The threat of drones from across the border. Remember the attack on the IAF station in Jammu, destabilizing terror ground support which it is receiving in Kashmir. Radicalization of the youth, a huge challenge for the administration in Jammu and Kashmir. Rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits, again, who are of course looking to the centre for support. Conducting smooth elections, the next big challenge that of course the government faces. My colleague Kamaljit Sandhu is now joining me live from Srinagar. She's been tracking the Home Minister's visit to the valley. Kamaljit, the Home Minister, after visiting the family of Inspector Parvez Ahmed Dar, held a security review meeting where top officials of the security and intelligence apparatus was present. Any sort of details emerging from that meeting? What was discussed? What did the Home Minister say possibly?
See, what is clear is it seemed that the ground situation was slipping, and that is why top officers, be it IB, DRAW, NI, they were all rushed here. Additional forces have been sent to Jammu and Kashmir. So clearly, it does seem that the centre is worried about the situation. But in the wake of escalation in terms of terror attacks, Home Minister Amit Shah's visit is extremely important. Not only is he reviewing the situation, but there are a lot of changes which has taken place on the ground, whether it's use of technology, whether it's dividing Srinagar city into different drone cities, grids. There is also facial recognition technology. There is obviously, we've been told so far, the Director IB, Arvinder Kumar, as well as DGP Jammu Kashmir Police, Dilbag Singh, both have made a detailed presentation talking about certain situations, be it infiltration, be it terror attacks, how terrorists are now targeting minorities, what are the countermeasures. How is police securing such a large population? There are at least 12 lakh people in Srinagar city alone. The number of police and paramilitary force that they need to keep in check. And obviously there are strict measures. The other part is about outreach. That is something which is obviously altogether a different part. But today it's focused on security. And we've been told a lot of changes in terms of nakas, in terms of coordination between Jammu Kashmir Police and the CRPF, additional forces, new bunkers coming up, some old ones being removed and placed strategically. So all this is now partly being discussed. But what is important is the entire counter. One is There is radicalization of youth which is taking place to ensure that there are no longer hybrid modules. This is where the real concern lies. Almost 100 youth have picked up guns. That means not only are they alienated, but there is a part radicalization which is taking place. The other is obviously the Pakistan-sponsored terror. Infiltration is up, be it Jammu side or for that matter at the LOC here in Kashmir Valley.
Right.
Now, before the snow falls in peace, and let me tell you, today Srinagar, it's been snowing along with rains, so the winters have definitely arrived here. But so is the concern as far as the security grid is concerned. What
Right.
more can the forces do? Can additional forces on ground add up to that particular measure? Obviously, there is a word coming in that Home Minister has taken a stern view of the ground reality, especially the attacks on minorities, but also has discussed the steps being taken by security forces.
Right. Kamaljeet, we'll keep coming back to you for more details that emerge out of that meeting, that security review meeting, which is being chaired by the Union Home Minister. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, amid Amit Shah's Jammu and Kashmir visit, National Conference leader Dr. Farooq Abdullah has hit out at the centre, and he said that the government won't be able to bring peace in Jammu and Kashmir until Article 370 is restored. Listen in.
क्या लगता है आपको जम्मू कश्मीर की इस समय स्थिति क्या है? जो मजदूर हैं, जो अपनी रोजी रोटी कमाने के लिए कश्मीर घाटी जाते हैं, उनको आतंकवादियों ने निशाना बनाया और अल्पसंख्यक हिंदू और सिख समाज के लोगों को भी बनाया गया। क्या समझते हैं आप, घाटी में एक बार फिर अलगाववाद, आतंकवाद अपने चरम पर है?
आप क्यों सिर्फ हिंदू और दूसरों की बात करते हैं? आप मुसलमानों की बात क्यों नहीं करते? मुसलमान भी तो कोई 22 लोग इन्होंने हत्या की उनकी, वो भी तो है, हिंदुस्तानी है। ये जो कहते थे कि 370 ख़त्म करने के बाद स्थिति बहुत ठीक हो गई है, और ये उनको जवाब देना चाहिए कि स्थिति ठीक है या नहीं है।
लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेता जो हैं वो आप पर आरोप लगाते हैं, महबूबा मुफ्ती पे आरोप लगाते हैं कि आप लोगों की बयानबाजी के कारण आतंकवादियों के हौसले बुलंद हो रहे हैं।
उन्होंने तो हर वक्त हम पे ये आरोप लगाए हैं। आज तो शुक्र करिए कि हम हुकूमत में नहीं है, नहीं तो हम पे ये बहुत आरोप लगाते। आज तो हम इन पे आरोप लगाते हैं कि जो ये कहते थे वो कर नहीं सके। कश्मीर में कभी अमन नहीं आएगा जब तक कि कश्मीर के जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों को फिर से वो स्टेटहुड और 370 वापस नहीं करेंगे।
तो
मैं इनको चैलेंज करता हूँ इस बारे में, नहीं कर सकेंगे, कुछ भी करें।
तो अमित शाह साहब इस समय जो कश्मीर घाटी में हैं, जो पुलिस वाले शहीद हुए हैं, उनके घर जा रहे हैं, अपनी संवेदनाएं प्रकट कर रहे हैं।
उनको हर एक मुसलमान के घर में भी जाना चाहिए जिनको आतंकवादियों ने मारा है। किसे हिंदुस्तान को बांटा है? बीजेपी ने। आज बीजेपी इलेक्शन जीतने के लिए हिंदू अलग और मुसलमान को अलग कर रहे हैं। यूपी में हाल देखिए।
लेकिन आप उन आतंकवादियों की निंदा करते हैं जिन्होंने मासूम मजदूरों को मारा है?
कौन नहीं निंदा करता है? कितनी दफा करें? हर वक्त हमने निंदा की है कि गलत है, ये इंसानियत नहीं है। हमारे मजहब में लिखा हुआ है कि एक बेगुनाह का कत्ल इंसानियत का कत्ल है। ये लोग कोई मजहब नहीं जानते हैं, कोई धर्म नहीं जानते। आतंकवादियों का कोई धर्म नहीं है। अगर धर्म होता तो ये आतंकवाद नहीं करते।
Let's listen into other reactions on Amit Shah's Jammu and Kashmir visit.
जहां रुकते हैं 3 दिन से वहां लगातार कर्फ्यू जैसी हालात पैदा हो जा रहे हैं और बहुत सारे इंटरनेट फैसिलिटीज भी रद्द कर दिया गया। जरूर ये पता कर सकेंगे कि अचानक मैं जिसको कहते हैं कि अपरिपक्व और तर्कहीन जो फैसला लिया गया था, इसका नतीजा आज भी भुगतने पड़ रहे हैं।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in Jammu and Kashmir for the first time after his historic speech in Article 370 in Parliament on August 5, 2019 and the move to remove roadblocks from total integration of J&K with the rest of the country. But have things changed for the better on ground? The government says multiple central schemes are now being implemented. Here's a news report.
Snipers, combat boats. There's 360-degree security ramp up in Srinagar for Amit Shah's 3-day visit.
Hugely anticipated amidst the current spate of violence, the visit happens to be Minister Shah's first since the abrogation of Article 370. But Amit Shah's focus will be dominated by the continuing targeted terror attacks on minorities and migrant workers from outside Kashmir. The onus will be on him to get a first-hand look at how bad things are and what urgent changes need to be made, including more boots on the ground. For a valley never short of security apparatus, it is even more a fortress now for the high-level visit. Srinagar for the first time has been divided into drone grids, which will give security forces an edge and enhance security cover. India Today reports from the ground, getting you up close.
CRPF is responsible for guarding this Dal, and we have around 7 boats, as you are told. We are doing day and night domination of Dal by mobile patrolling as well as area domination.
Constant CCTV surveillance and secretly positioned snipers are deployed across the city, with bunkers moved strategically at certain locations.
In the wake of recent terror attacks, how is Srinagar city being secured? There has been human intelligence as well as technical intelligence, but now forces have the strength of the third eye, and that is provided by these drones. Multiple drones being used across the city for surveillance. We are near the Lal Chowk area, which is being secured not just by deployment of forces, but also by use of drones.
Men in civilian clothes will be monitoring movement across Srinagar town to track terrorists and overground workers. At least 10 CRPF companies and 15 from the BSF are being flown in to secure Srinagar city.
Measures like making a drone grid of the whole entire city. First time we are doing this, and other measure is the spotting of sniper shooters. Sniper shooters have been spotted, have been kept, have been fixed at various locations of the city. We have put our men and civvies, armed men and civvies, with lots of information as per threat inputs.
In a major crackdown on terror, the police has identified 26 hardcore terror aides to be shifted out of Kashmir Valley. A chartered plane is to fly them out.
They're being taken out now from Kashmir Valley. The list is going up to 100, which is A and B category, will be booked under Public Safety Act. A message being sent out, especially after spate of terror attacks, targeting minorities as well as non-locals.
The CRPF, one of the largest deployed forces in the Kashmir Valley, is also beefing up its presence, with top boss Kuldeep Singh in the valley to ensure first-hand mobilization. The brass of the country's security system will be in Srinagar along with the Home Minister, including the Intelligence Bureau Chief, the 3 Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh Corps commanders and chiefs of the Central Police Forces and paramilitary.
This is where they have kept in mind that both the areas need to be secured, and that is why strategic placement of bunkers, additional nakas, all this, and again drones being deployed so as to ensure that there is more security in place. With camera person Sanjeev, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Srinagar for India Today.